Today I'm going to show you another simple, easy meal that you can make using individual ingredients from freeze-dried wholesalers. Let's check it out. All right, so today I'm going to be making a cheese tortellini with meat sauce. Very, very simple, easy thing to do. I'm going to be using all freeze-dried wholesaler stuff, even their spice pack stuff. I have oregano, basil, and some minced onions in there, already set up. I didn't bring out the individual bags of the spice pack. If you haven't checked out their spice pack, definitely check it out. It's a box full of spices. Probably lasts you about 2 or 3 years. I mean, imagine one of these full of oregano. How much you're going to use of that in 1 month, in 1 year? I'm bringing you this because I want you guys to see how simple and easy this stuff is to use. Another reason is you don't have to get fancy with your freeze-dried wholesaler stuff. You can cook a simple, easy meal very quickly, very simply, and you don't have to spend hours in the kitchen cooking it. What we're going to be using to make it today is the Trangia kit here. I already have my alcohol in my little stove there. But I did want to give you a little bit of update on freeze-dried wholesalers, and that's some of the reason for the video, and I want to make myself some lunch. And I know you guys love my cooking videos, so this is going to be a real simple, easy one. Freeze-dried wholesalers is slowly getting things back in stock. There is a whole lot more in stock now than there was, say, a week or 2 ago. He is still having unprecedented volume there, so shipping is going to be a little bit longer. And I'm going to read you, I actually printed it right off the website. I'm going to read you this. It says, please note, due to continued high order volume, we are experiencing significant shipping delays. Please be aware that orders placed today will not ship for several weeks in some cases. Shipping times vary and a range of several days to several weeks or more. In some cases, a very few select products may ship days after the rest of your order. We do this at no extra charge. It helps us get the bulk of your order to you quicker, trying to ship everything together instead of trying to ship everything together. Please only place an order if this is acceptable to you. All purchases are shipped out in the order that they're received. Thank you for understanding while we work through add additional capacity to keep up with the demand. We are returning all phone calls and email messages. All may take several days to get back to you due to the volume of calls and emails we are receiving. Folks, if that's not a clue that people are stocking up already, right there, that's all you need to know. So definitely get your orders in. For the stuff that's sold out, just keep checking back. I know ground beef is sold out. I know that, okay? I know this isn't. Well, order 2 of these, stuff like that. We are going to be using some Parmesan cheese, and as you can tell, I use this quite often. And the best stuff here, this stuff here is their freeze-dried tomato powder. This makes amazing tomato sauce. You will know it kind of gets a little bit sticky, but you just crush it and it will get soft again. And there's no real recipe for this, but what I do is I generally will add oregano, basil, and a little bit of onion into the sauce, and it makes it a little more Italian tasting. So the first thing we're going to do is I've already hydrated the stuff because I didn't want you guys to have to wait. I am going to be putting the little tortellinis in the water that I hydrated in just to heat them up. They're already soft, but we're going to set them up in this just to heat them up. All right, so we got the Trangia stove going in here. Yep, and I think it bloomed already. It blooms very quickly. One of the nice things about the Trangias. So as you can see, that stuff's hydrated. It's really ready to go. I'm going to use the larger bowl. And I'm just going to heat this up. I don't want this stuff to be, too soft, but we are going to heat it up. So I'm just going to stick that in there. And while we're doing that, I'm going to make the sauce. Now, the sauce is really an eyeball thing. There's no real, you could say use one to this, one to that, but if you eyeball this sauce and you kind of get an idea of how much sauce you want, you'll do pretty well. Remember, this stuff is very dense. If you put let's say, I'm going to use that much sauce, I'll put, 300 milliliters in there. You're going to have enough sauce for 4 dinners, okay? So definitely go light on it. If you need to add more, you always can, but I don't want to see you guys waste it because this stuff is really good and really handy. So I'm going to do about not even a quarter of a cup. I'm just going to do a little on the bottom like that, actually, because I know that's going to be more than enough. And as strange as that sounds, it really will be more than enough. And I'm just going to add some water over here. Now with this, you kind of have to be careful because you don't want to add too much and then add more sauce, then add too much, then add more sauce. You'll end up with a ton extra anyway. So what I do is I kind of just do like that. Check and see what I got. Mix it up a little bit. Now, as you can tell, that's super, super thick. So we want to lighten it up a bit. And remember, too, that this will thicken up as you heat it up. So if you're going to plan on heating this up, you know, like when we drain that water off, we're going to plan on heating it up. So a little bit more. And as you can tell, that little bit of stuff I put on the bottom, we're already at half a cup of sauce. And I can tell you already, that's probably a little too much for my, depending on how much sauce you like, too much for my, my recipe today. So we're almost at a consistency that I like. And then next up, what we're going to do is heat up the beef, which I've already hydrated, the ground beef. And that is on the other side there. There we go. Okay. That's the ground beef that I've hydrated. I know it's done. I did this about an hour ago. And that's the nice thing about this stuff is you can't overhydrate it. It's not going to get nasty. So let me finish the sauce up. We're going to let that heat up. And then I'll bring you back when we mix it all together and we heat up the beef and try this out. All right, so I did drain the ground beef. And as you can tell, that's all soft and hydrated. It's all ready. I do like to break it up a little bit. Sometimes the bigger chunks are harder to hydrate, but that's perfect. So we know that's done. Let's pull that off the fire. We know it's warm. Okay. What I'm going to do is now I'm going to warm up the beef a little bit. I'm not going crazy with it. Remember, I just want to get it warm or hot, you know, so it's good to eat. I don't want to go nuts and burn it or fry it or anything. Then I'm going to combine everything in this pot after I drain it with the sauce, the beef and that, and the seasoning. And we'll see how it goes. All right, so I know that stuff is warmed up. And I did use the cover, which I'm going to use as a plate. What I like to do with that is it kind of steams. Anything that has a little minute that hasn't been hydrated, you put the plate on the top of it, and the natural juices from the meats will make it sure it's nice and hydrated. So we got our sauce here. I'm going to pour this in here. Okay. I'm going to drop in some of the basil and oregano and onion. More of the basil and oregano out of there. And I just mixed this up ahead of time, but his spice pack is probably one of the better deals on the site because that's a whole lot of spices for a whole long time. You just mix it together like that. Heat up the sauce a little bit more. I'll dump the rest of it in there. And then we should be good to dump it into the tortellinis, which I've already drained and are over here. And as you can tell, these are perfectly ready to eat. Matter of fact, I think I'll eat one. And there you go. We're going to let this warm up till you see it bubbling, and then we're going to just dump it in here. And I'm already seeing it bubbling, so I'm going to stir a little bit. Okay. There we go. And then we're just going to dump it into there and plate it up. All right, so looks like we're all set, and that certainly does look pretty darn appetizing. Pretty darn good. So let's dump a little in here. Try it out, see what we get. Definitely a hearty meal, I'll tell you that much. You could take this backpacking with you. At the end of the day, when you get hungry, you got something to eat. Awesome stuff. Love their tortellini. So, dump the rest of it in there. That's how you do it. It's really that simple. You can put together a very simply, easy to put together meal without any kind of issues that easily. You can salt and pepper it to taste for your own personal taste. I find that his stuff is perfectly seasoned, so you really don't need a ton of extra salt and pepper. And with just 4 ingredients, really, and a pre-set up spice pack, which you can do on your own, you really get a good little meal going. Now, with the Parmesan cheese, I don't ever hydrate it. For me, it's just like getting the Parmesan cheese out of the shaker. You know, I just throw it on there and let it be. And it will melt into the food. You can put it in while it's still on the stove. I kind of just leave it on there after the fact. So there you go, another quick meal. Very easy, very simple to make. Not minimal cleanup, not too much to clean up. And you got yourself a good meal for either a bug-out bag that you could put together ahead of time. You could vacuum seal all this stuff together and have it all ready to go. Or you could just use this in an emergency situation to cook your family a meal in under a few minutes. You see how quickly this was. Not even as long as one of my normal cooking videos because it was a simple thing to make. So folks, like I said, shipping times from him will be a little delayed. while he gets things back on track. He is actually working with the staff on the floor, actually making the food, and dehydrating the food. So he's actually in there helping out. They're trying to build up their staff. They are expanding their work area and their factory. So we are definitely going to see better things from them in the future. But right now, we are going to have to wait a little bit for our orders. So what did that tell you? That tells you a lot of people are ordering right now. A lot of people are concerned. It's a good time to get your order in. It may take a week. So what? You'll still get it. That's my point. So anyway, that's a real simple, easy meal to make. Safe to make it indoors with a Trangia stove. Very easy to do, minimal cleanup, and you got yourself a good meal. So thanks for watching, folks. His link will be down below. Do check him out. There is a lot more stuff back in stock. A lot of the meats are either out of stock or very low. So, like in this case, if I wanted to make this and stock up on it, I'd get the Parmesan cheese and the tortellini and maybe the spice pack. When the meats come back in stock in a week, I'd go back and get them. Real simple. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Do check out his link. My link will save you 15% on his site. So make sure you're always using that link. When you go to that link below where it says freeze-dried wholesalers in the description, you click that link, you shop as you normally would. When you go to the end, when you check out, at the end it'll say discount 15%. So you can save a lot of money with that. I've had people email me and tell me they've saved $400 using my link. And you will definitely be pleased. I really like his food. I've never had bad food from him. Never had anything that was questionable. Even the sauce. At first I was like, I don't know about tomato sauce being any good, but it's really, really good. So definitely check them out. Don't forget to check out all our other links down below, our Amazon affiliate store. If there's nothing in the store that you see you like, or you're not interested in, some of the gear we use in the channel, just click link, shop as you normally would. Really supports the channel, helps us out. Our My Patriot Supply link, that's preparewithiridium.com. We have some amazing deals on that site this month, so definitely check them out. There's the 4-week kit, 3-month kit, 2-week kit, all sorts of good food to stash away, and our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store as well. Anyway, folks, I thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.